So, while the country is looking for real answers on the most prolific sex trafficker in modern history, we just watched a MAGA-appointed FBI director treat a congressional hearing like a campaign rally. It's like watching a witness take the stand and decide that the law doesn't actually apply to them because they wrote a book about it. This is the state of our Justice Department in 2026, where holding the powerful accountable is treated as a disgrace, and refusing to answer basic questions about Donald Trump is framed as patriotism. Last week, Representative Eric Swalwell tried to get some simple transparency regarding the Jeffrey Epstein files. We're talking about a case that has left a trail of victims demanding justice for years. But instead of transparency, we got Kash Patel, the man handpicked to lead the FBI, playing a dangerous game of evasion. Swalwell wasn't asking for state secrets, he was asking how many times the current president's name appears in those files and whether Patel ever bothered to mention that fact to the Attorney General. Instead of a straight answer, the director pivoted to talking points about fundraising hits and attacking the state of California. It was a masterclass in gaslighting. When a member of the Judiciary Committee asks if the president is implicated in a sex trafficking file, the answer should be a clear no. Not a lecture on homicide rates. Truly unbelievable stuff. Let's watch this absolute train wreck of an exchange, and I'll give you the breakdown of why this is so dangerous.
Unanimous consent?
Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to submit two sets of documents. The first is a series of emails from the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. They are making FOIA requests to get their own FBI files and not having any success. So I want to bring attention to that by submitting that to the record. The second document that I want to submit to the record, for the record, I know we don't usually read these. This one's not readable. It's completely redacted. For the most part, the first 50 pages. This is actually the search warrant that was served on James O'Keefe for a diary that he had already given to the government 2 months before. And as it turns out, there were no indictments here, yet he still doesn't know why he was raided, and I think he deserves to know. So,
Without objection.
Thank you.
The chair now recognizes the gentleman from California.
Director, the first time you saw Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files. Did you close the files or keep reading?
I have reviewed not the entirety of the files, so I have.
You haven't reviewed all of the Epstein files?
Personally, no.
You're the director of the FBI. This is the largest sex trafficking case the FBI has ever been a part of. Buck stops at the top, and your testimony today is you have not reviewed all of the files.
What I've been doing is been busy providing the safest country this country has seen in modern U.S. history in historic speed, because the men and women of the FBI are given the resources to reduce the homicide rate, to reduce the drug trafficking rate, to reduce the amount of children that are being trafficked and the number of pedophiles.
It sounds like those children being trafficked would appreciate the director reviewing the files. You said you don't know the number of times Trump's name appears in the files, so it could at least be 1,000 times. Is that right?
The number is a total misleading factor. We have not released
number at least
anyone's
be 1,000
name
times?
that we have not released anyone's
Could it
name in the
at least
Epstein
be
files
1,000
that
times?
has not been credible.
Director,
And
could it at
we have
least be 1,000
released
times?
every piece of legally permissible information.
Okay,
you can
so-
characterize the numbers however you want it.
Claiming my time, Director. It sounds like if you don't know the number, it could at least be 1,000 times. Which
It's not.
leads me-
It's not.
Is it at least 500 times?
No.
Is it at least 100 times?
No.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
Do you think it might be your job to know the number?
My job is to provide for the safety and security of this country. My job is not to engage in political
And that
innuendo
includes protecting
so you can go
sexual
out to the
assault victims.
sticks and get your 20-second hit in your fundraising
reclaiming my
article.
time,
They
Director.
keep going, reclaiming your time, because the
Director,
people of California
If
are
Trump-
being
if the
underserved by
president-
your
If the
representation.
president is not implicated, why not release everything that involves
We
him?
have released everything, the president and anyone else's side, that is credible and lawfully be able to be released. Your fixation on this matter and baseless accusations that I'm hiding
also
child
Mr. Massey's
pedophiles is disgusting.
interest.
Anyone that says that needs to look at the stats alone. And go back to the state of California, who's receiving the biggest surge in
So,
FBI resources through
Director-
my redeployment, because the cities of Los Angeles, San Diego, and San
Reclaiming
Francisco
my time,
need it.
Director. Remembering your oath to tell the truth, did you ever tell Donald Trump his name is in the files?
I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
Did you ever tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions about the entirety of the Epstein files and the reviews conducted by our team.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in the
It's a simple
attorney's
question.
file.
Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed
The question is
painstakingly
simple.
who
Did you
can
tell
be-
the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out if
Yes
you're going
or
to mock me?
no, Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No? A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F?
it
Don't
sounds
wanna
like
do
you
it?
don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your
Director,
constituency
did
by
you tell the
focusing on
Attorney
reducing
General
violent
that Donald
crime in this
Trump's name-
country and the number of pedophiles that are
Director,
legally
reclaiming my
harbored in
time,
your
Director.
sanctuary cities in
Director,
California?
reclaiming
I'll
my
work with
time.
you on that. Do
Regular
you
order,
want to
Mr.
work with us
Chairman.
on that?
Director,
Time
reclaiming my
belongs to the
time.
gentleman from California.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or
Question
no?
has been asked and answered.
You have not answered it, and we will take your evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt. Director, did Donald Trump ever say to you, just find and release the entire truth? Don't worry if I'm in it.
The instructions from the administration were to release all credible information, and we have done that.
Did Donald Trump ever provide information about Jeffrey Epstein as an informant?
Donald Trump has not been, and I can only speak for the FBI, an informant of the FBI.
So, Director, you've played this cute shell game where you say you can't release everything because the court has said that it legally is not allowed to be released, but the court calls bullshit. Judge Richard Berman said that when you went to the court, quote, information contained in the Epstein grand jury transcripts pales in comparison to Epstein investigation information and materials in the hands of the Department of Justice. So let's move on, Director. You wrote a book called Government Gangsters. You identified 20 individuals in that book. You put me on that list at the top of the list. Thank you. My children find it flattering. 20 of those individuals have been investigated or have had adverse actions. Director, considering that you have identified these people as, quote, government gangsters, will you recuse yourself from making any investigation decisions about these individuals?
Anyone that has been terminated at the FBI has been done so
the
because
question
they failed
again.
to meet the muster in their
Director,
constitutional
I will
obligation.
work on the audio-visual capabilities.
I'm
of
going
this
to
room, so I
borrow
don't think
your
you can hear me.
terminology and call
I'm reclaiming
bullshit
my
on your
time.
entire career in
I'm
Congress.
reclaiming my
It has
time,
been a
Director.
disgrace to the American
Director, I'm
people.
reclaiming my
You
time.
can
No,
reclaim your
you
time all you
recuse
want.
yourself.
Mr. Chairman, you're going to allow a witness to speak, Mr. Sway? Mr. Chairman, would you give,
recuse yourself,
The gentleman has no time to
Mr. Chairman, would you
recuse.
admonish the
point of-
witness not to insult members?
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman,
the
just
committee will remember.
quick point of order. Could the gentleman be extended an additional 20 seconds to complete his thoughts since the witness decided to interrupt him
And
continuously?
then the witness will be able to respond if he wants. We'll make sure
Thank
he has
you.
time to do that.
My question
Gentleman,
is,
continue.
will you, Director, recuse yourself, yes or no, from investigating or making decisions about the 60 individuals, including myself, that you identified as government gangsters? Yes or no?
Time of the gentleman has expired. The witness may respond if he would like.
And the answer was no, as I heard.
Correct.
Okay.
Did you see that? Every time Swalwell cornered him with a direct question, Patel hid behind a wall of scripted aggression. But here is what we need to focus on. The director of the FBI essentially admitted he hasn't even reviewed the entirety of the Epstein files. He claimed he's too busy providing for the safety of the country to read the most important sex trafficking documents in the building. Imagine being the head of the FBI and telling Congress you're too busy to do your job. The real tell here is the refusal to answer the question about Donald Trump. Swalwell asked a simple yes or no. Did you tell the Attorney General that Trump's name is in the files? Patel's refusal to answer is a massive red flag. In any other administration, that kind of evasiveness would be seen as a cover-up. But in this one, they call it fighting the deep state. And then there's the government gangsters list. Patel wrote a book targeting the very civil servants and lawmakers tasked with overseeing him. When Swalwell asked if he would recuse himself from investigating the people he has a public vendetta against, Patel's answer was a flat no. Let that sink in. We now have an FBI director who openly admits he will use the power of the state to go after his political enemies listed in his own book. What we're watching isn't a brutal fight, it's the dismantling of independent justice. Republicans are cheering because Patel was tough, but they're ignoring the fact that he's treating the FBI like a private security firm for the White House. He's attacking the messenger because the message, the evidence, is something they can't handle. This isn't just a heated debate, it's a confession. They are telling us exactly how they plan to run the country. by protecting their friends and prosecuting their critics. If you believe in the rule of law and you're tired of the Justice Department being turned into a political weapon, you need to stay tuned. Subscribe now for research-driven coverage that isn't afraid to call out this clear abuse of power. Hit like and share this video to make sure the truth gets out before they try to bury it. We're not going anywhere.